Hi, John White here, and I'm excited to have a few minutes today to explain to you something about this new course that we've developed called Church 101. Now, why that title? Why Church 101? Well, a lot of us, including myself, have grown up with a particular picture of what church was about. And that picture was building-centered. There was a special place that we went on Sunday morning. It was clergy-centered. That is, there was an ordained clergy person who was leading things. And it was sermon-centered, 30 minutes or so. And my job in the context of that kind of church was largely to be passive spectator. As we've gone back and dug into the New Testament, some of us have come to a somewhat different view of what church might look like. And that's what Church 101 is about, kind of a new way to think about church. And basically, we could summarize it this way, very briefly. It's a group of people who are connecting with one another, a group of Christians connecting with one another and with God on a heart level. And what we find is, as we connect with God, especially, as we learn to listen to Him, allow Him to be the Lord, the leader, the head of the church, everything else flows out of that. Prayer, Bible study, He directs all those things. Mission, He really is the head of the church. So it's a very simple definition. Now, this course is really about something we call a church of two. And where did that come from? Well, for quite a while I would have fun asking people this question. What's the smallest number of people you can have and still have church? And everybody, after they thought about it for a couple of minutes, would come to this conclusion. Well, I guess it's two. Didn't Jesus say that whenever 2 or 3 people were gathered in His name that He would be there? So I guess you could have a church as small as 2. Well, we began to think about the implications of that. And it's more than just a curious fact. But we began to see that it's a really powerful concept, this idea of church of two. And so this course is really built around that idea. It trains people in the practice of doing church with just 2 people. Now, church of two is not all there is. Obviously, there are larger forms of church. But what we've discovered is that the church of two is a basic building block that provides the foundation for all the larger expressions of church. For instance, if you have a house church that's made up of a number, 3, 4, 5 of CO2s, that house church is way stronger. Because the house church can only meet once a week, but CO2s can meet close to daily. And it's a very powerful concept. So let me tell you a little bit about the course. There are 3 key elements that you need to know about this course, Church 101, which is about learning how to do a church of two. The first element, as you might imagine, is you need a partner. It's a church of 2. So you'll need another person. Ideally, they'll be a part of this course. Now, if a person can't do that, you still can be in the course, but you'll need that person to be able to connect with on a regular basis. Who is that person? Well, it could be your spouse, parents and children. A lot of parents are doing this. It could be men with men, women with women. All of those are options. How do you connect? In person is great if you can do that. People sometimes connect by phone, by email. All of those are options. How much time does it take? Well, again, as close to daily as possible, and it can be as short as 10 minutes. If you have more time, your connecting can be 20, 30 minutes. That's all up to you. I have one of my CO2 partners, Jim, calls me every morning on his way to work. It takes him about 20 minutes to drive to work, and while he's in the car, we do our CO2 over the phone. It doesn't add anything to his schedule. He's already got to drive to work. I think that's one way that you can do this. So, first thing you need is a partner to be in the class. Second element, is an e-workbook, an electronic version of a workbook. Every week we'll email you a chapter in this workbook, and what you'll find there are several assignments. Assignments are short videos to watch. There are some short articles to read. And then we want you to reflect on those, journal about them, talk them over with your CO2 partner. How much time is that going to take? Probably an hour to 2 hours a week. So you can plan on that. And the third element is you'll be doing this probably in a group. We'll call that a cohort. Now you can do it one-on-one. This course is very flexible, so it can be just 2 people doing this. But a lot of times there'll be a group of people, 6 people, 8, 10. And that group can connect in different ways. Again, if you're in the same region, you could connect face-to-face. That would be fantastic. But on the other hand, it's flexible enough that if people are scattered all over the place, even in other countries, you can connect online or in a virtual situation, a Skype group, conference call, all those things work. How much time? Probably an hour or 2 a week. Each group will determine how much time they want to spend on that, but at least an hour that will take. So, talk to your facilitator. Every group, every cohort has a facilitator. Talk to that person about when your course will start and when your group will meet. What time of day, what day of the week will you guys be meeting? So, we're excited because this CO2 idea is literally becoming viral. It's spreading around the world. And we recently heard about mothers and daughters that are doing this in San Jose, California. One mother said, you know, I'd always heard that the most important thing I could do with my kids is to teach them how to hear God's voice. But I wasn't sure how to do that. And the CO2 has provided a powerful way to do that. In other countries, we have a report in Kenya of men who are beginning to do a CO2 with their wives. It's a very male-dominated culture. And some of the women are saying, for the first time, my husband is actually listening to me. So there are powerful outcomes of this course. So I encourage you over these 4 weeks to give it all you've got. Give it the time, give it the energy, give it the prayer that it deserves. I think you're going to find this to be a powerful experience. So we'll be praying for you, looking forward to hearing what happens in your group. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is john, John, .lk10 @gmail.com. So looking forward to hearing what God's going to do in your group. Thanks.